Hello everyone, my name is Hwaldar Richards from DaGameTrain, and look what we have here, AM2R, Return of Samus. Well, AM2R stands for another Metroid 2 remake. And, well, that's all there is to say about that. I'm not a big Metroid fan, so don't expect deepest lore 100% runs or any of that shit. We're just gonna beat this game to the best of our ability. Also, I should probably mention this, but this is pretty much the only Metroid game that I have ever played in my entire life. So this ought to be interesting. Let's do it. Just do it! Metroids. Numerous incidents in the past have brought to light the highly destructive power of these life forms, spreading fear across all known planetary systems. Hoping to secure peace in the galaxy, the Galactic Federation orders the extermination of the Metroid species. I was the best candidate for the job, for I am the only one who knows how to do it and I can't talk worth shit. Once again, I find myself standing alone against the Metroid menace. What horrors await me within the depths of their homeworld? Well, the better question is, what horrors await the Metroids once I get on their homeworld? But, you know, sticking to the plot. So this is our ship. We go to the Metroid planet, SR3 something 8 or some shit, I forget what the number is again. And here is me! Oy vey! Remember guys, according to the manual, this is a cyborg warrior known as Samus. Let's see. SR388! Oh yeah, I should probably mention what the fuck's going on. So you can walk around either with a D-pad or the analog stick, whichever you prefer. I know what I prefer. The D-pad. It's just better. Shoot is... what's it called again? X? Yes, X. Well, I'm using the Xbox controller, so you know. X is shoot, A to jump, B is to switch weapon, and Y doesn't do jack and shit at the moment. It probably does something later. And if it doesn't, well, who gives a shit? You have the morph ball already. That's good, but no bombs, so watch out for that. And you have a standard supply of rockets. Yeah, that's about it. We don't start out decked out and everything, but we have some basic capabilities, so that's something. Now if you press select, we get jack and shit, so press start instead, you get the map, or you get this screen. Here you can choose where you want to go. Left is lore, right is stuff, up is map, down is settings. Let's check out lore. Oh fuck this, it's gonna make me read way too much. I ain't reading all of this. But there's plenty to see. Kill all Metroids and find the missing research and rescue teams from the Galactic Federation. You know, like the things that were mentioned in the original Metroid 2, which I think was for the Game Boy. Which is probably why you've never heard of it or don't want to remember it. Because it looks and plays like garbage. Unlike this game, look at this gorgeous motherfucker. This is what I'm talking about. Even I could get behind something like this. Although I've heard that this game is not intended for new players in the series. This is more intended for people who already are familiar with the series quite a bit, you know, for the true Metroid fans. Well, here's what I have to say. Fuck that shit. Just play the damn game if you want to. It really isn't as hard as people make it out to be. But you will encounter some difficulty, of course. All I can say for that is, well, you're gonna need to get good. I mean, there's no other way around it. You'll just have to muster up some of your inner skill and let it all out, because there's no other way to win. You either get good or you get fucked. Why do I have frogs as enemies, I wonder? Oh, why can't I open this door? Just shoot it with a rocket. I mean, even I know this, and I am a total newbie when it comes to Metroids. So, I think we got this covered, guys. Don't touch the magma, by the way, cause magma is indeed hot. Man, that music is dope. Oy vey, what could this be? It's a Metroid! Shoot its fucking belly with rockets like that. And there it goes. Yeah, horrific horrors of the horrifying space. I don't know about that. But killing a specific amount of Metroids in the given area will drain the magma, which will allow you to travel through the world in progress. The massive cave system is located between two tectonic plates, largely flooded by extremely dense and caustic substance, similar to magma. The recent earthquake has altered the cave layout, and the hazardous substance has drained to lower levels. There was also something about we don't really know why this happened, but we all know why this happened. It's because the Metroids have a telepathic link with the planet, and every time you kill one, something bad happens and everyone gets pissed off at you and they just want you to die. They just want you to die. But you're a Metroid. You can hold all the rockets, so they can't do shit about you and well, whatever you're about to do to them. I mean, by the time we get to them, they're like, oh shit. Seriously though, how does Metroid hold all these rockets? Classical jokes only on a classical gaming channel like DaGameTrain, am I right? These are save points and they also recharge your health and regenerate your ammo. That is the rockets, of course, because the regular blasters don't use ammo at all and you can shoot them as fast as you can push the button. Unfortunately, this also means that you ain't got any turbo, so I hope your fingers are strong enough to survive intense gameplay. If you can call it like that. I hope my fingers don't get too cramped because this Xbox controller is garbage. You wanna know what Xbox controller I'm using? The 360. Suddenly people were horrified. I know, right? But I didn't know at the time. You know, when I was looking for a new controller, I was tempted to get the PS3 controller. I think that's what it was at the time. No, the PlayStation controller basically. And at the moment I didn't find any information about whether or not it works on Windows, on a PC I should say, so I hesitated and just got the Xbox 360 controller, because for that I found the info right away. But for the PlayStation controller I couldn't find anything for some odd reason, because now I can find the info just fine. It's another case of Google not giving me the answers that I want. Fuck you, Google. You can buy shit, but you sure as shit can't answer any shit. Speaking of shit, we are in a new area. I gotta say, every area of this game has superb soundtrack. I love the game soundtrack, it's so great. Of course, some areas like this intermediate area, they don't have any soundtrack in particular, it's just like ambience. That's just to signify that you're approaching a new area. I want to explore. I want to believe. Oh yeah, shiny baubles are good to collect because that's your health pickup. Don't bother shooting all of these guys because they are infinitely respawning. Doesn't take long to figure that out. Scanning environment. New log entry. Deepest lore. The Golden Temple. This temple stands at the base of a hollow mountain. And that's all you need to know. I think there's also something about the Chozos, but whatever. I know some fanatics of the game will be like, man, come on, it's the deepest lore. Come on, read that shit. No, I don't really care. It's nice that the game has all this story and lore, but I'm not that kind of a person. Ah, cannot break this block yet. Can't let you do that, Metroid. You'll have to come back there a little later. I gotta say, the Golden Temple has my favorite track of them all. I love it. If you wanna aim diagonally up or down, you can use the left bumpers and triggers for that. I think there's also a different setup, like you can just use the D-pad to aim for that shit, but I'm kinda used to just, you know, using the left bumper and trigger instead. So I'm using that. Sure is nice that you got this morph ball right away, because otherwise it would be kinda difficult to walk around this place. But now that we have morph ball, we can do this. We can break shit. Yeah, boy. Break that shit. We don't have a charge beam yet, but that is also a thing. Pretty much everything that's been in other Metroid games is bound to be in this one as well. What's this all about? Oh, why am I... Oh. Oh, there! Is that the holy elixir? No, it's an energy tank. Hell yeah, boy. Now I have 2 health bars. You can indeed become just about as bullshit as the Streets of Rage remakes bosses on Mania mode. You can just pile up a lot of fucking health bars on yourself, but that's okay. Because you're gonna need them. Unlike the guys in Streets of Rage remake, they sure as shit don't need 5 fucking health bars. Okay, well this door I think is inactive, so you can't do anything about it. Okay, now you're gonna shoot. Yeah, boy. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. Well, I don't feel like going through here, so fuck you guys. Another pickup already? What is this? A Pokemon? No, it is the Charge Beam. It allows you to charge. This is a good thing because not only can you use it to deal more damage to the enemies, but you can also use it to pick up various pickups that are scattered along the world. Well, all over the world. Like that rocket that I just picked up. I didn't have to go next to it, which really helped. What also helps is that this charge beam doesn't take very long to charge up. So you can really make use of it in more stickier situations. Now what do I think of this game? Well, I think it's pretty obvious what I think of this game, but just for the sake of it, I'll tell you. I like this game. This is a good game. Wait, what? He said it's a good game? How dare he like something? How does Hwaldar Richards do it? How does he like video games? I mean, isn't he like the biggest fucking pessimist of all fucking time? Doesn't he like not like any game at all? Well, look at that. Surprise, fucking surprise. I actually do like something. Okay, this is interesting. You gotta shoot them in a somewhat correct order. You know, those three claws have different discharge times. You gotta shoot them at somewhat the right order so that they don't discharge too quickly. But yeah, what can I say? This is a good game. I can't fault it for anything. Besides one maybe thing, I mean, it's kinda difficult at some of the other places. Like, I feel that some of the later Metroid fights are a little unfair, but truth be told, I don't really feel that way anymore because I feel it's more of a matter of practicing rather than the fights were made unfair, because you gotta take into account the later Metroid fights will be considerably more difficult, because the idea is that the Metroids continuously evolve as you go through the world. Which makes sense. If they were evolving constantly to become more and more powerful, they ought to be more difficult to kill. And they are. So before, the very first time I played this, I thought that some of the fights were just ridiculous. Like, I couldn't do anything to some of the later Metroids. I would just keep getting killed. Now, it may still be the case where I might get killed a few times, but I don't feel that this is now a problem of the game itself. I just feel that it's more of a problem of me not exactly knowing what I need to do to survive, you know? So I can't fault the game for that. It's a kind of a challenge that I'm willing to accept. Which is good. You definitely want a game to have that kind of a challenge. That is something that you can agree with, you know? If you have a game that has a challenge that you cannot agree with, and for a good reason, like let's say there's a lot of very hard to kill enemies in one room, like 20 Omega Metroids or whatever they're called, like the hardest Metroids, just to have a relevant comparison, you know? Let's say there's a small room with 20 strongest Metroids and all you have is your regular beam, no rockets. That would really make the game fucking hard, and it would not be a fair challenge. Would you agree? Not like here, where all of the harder Metroids are usually all by themselves, so you don't have to worry about getting your ass wrecked. Even if they are in larger groups, it's never more than 5 Metroids. I've never seen that many Metroids in one place. There's only one exception that I can think of, but they were the weaker ones. So there's that. To boot, there's also a good lore explanation, you know, like a good in-game explanation as to why there's not that many of the strong variety of Metroids. It's because they're competing with other Metroids to survive, you know. Okay, well, I might be mistaken about that part, but I know it's mostly because it's hard for them to survive, so they kind of compete with things on this planet. So it makes it difficult for them to not get killed to the point where they become unkillable by the local creatures. Because it's not just the Metroids we're fighting here. There's also the local flora and fauna.